Good morning, YouTube. Fat Cat Watch Collector, bringing another Invicta show and tell for you today. The one we're going to talk about today is the Invicta Grand Octane watch, full-size version. The model number on this one is the 15831 by Invicta Grand Octane. Okay, Grand Octane Invicta Reserve 63mm Grand Octane quartz chronograph stainless steel bracelet watch. Before we begin, if you're new to my channel, basically what I do is show you the watch on the wrist. That's the most important part, I think, in looking, if you're looking to make a watch purchase, is kind of get an idea of what it might look like on you. And that's what I've been doing for quite some time now, for well over a year, and my audience seems to really like the videos, so I'm going to keep them coming. And as I get new product and as I get new watches, I'll definitely put up more and more videos. I have a whole spreadsheet full of videos that are my side-by-side comparisons, comparing two different models side by side. I'm kind of repeating a lot of the same information. However, it's really helpful if you're looking, maybe you have the Invicta Grand Octane already, and maybe you want to pick up another Grand Octane, or maybe a Sea Hunter. You kind of want to get an idea what that size looks like side by side. These are very helpful videos for that. And again, if you're new to the channel, that's basically what my channel is about. Also, I just want to address one thing. Because I've gotten so many subscribers right now, we're up to about 1,650, and as this channel builds and builds and builds, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it's very important to know that any comments that I ever make in response to your comments or on other videos will always be positive. You'll never hear me make a comment that is rude or offensive. In the early stages of my channel, when I first started, it's human nature to just have somebody leave a negative, hateful comment. If you don't like Invicta watches or you don't like some of my videos, that's okay. But keep the negative comments to yourself. But this is the internet. People are going to go ahead and do that. So right now you'll notice that sometimes if you leave a comment, it takes a little bit for that comment to post. I moderate every single comment. So I allow no hateful comments on any of my videos. And I will not leave any hateful comments on anybody else's videos or my own in response to your videos. Now, I just won't even respond. So also, with that being said, that if you receive a comment on maybe one of your videos, maybe you have a channel, and receive something in regards of with the name Fat Cat Watches, Fat Cat Watch Collector, or anything that you think it's me, make sure you click that name, go to that channel, and verify that there's over 200 Invicta videos there, because there are people out there who pretend to be other people, impersonate other people, in order to just cause problems. And they have nothing better to do. So just make sure that if I ever leave a comment or you think it's me, verify that it's actually me leaving that comment. And I can assure you that you won't find any hateful comments. There's no reason for me to put hateful comments out there when I'm trying to build my channel. And so far so good. 1,650 subscribers. People like what I'm doing, so I'm going to keep doing it. So with that out of the way there, and again, if you're not new to my channel and you've been watching my videos over and over again, I know I have to repeat the same stuff and every time I start the videos. I apologize, that gets a little monotonous, but I do have to put it out there because there's lots of new people who are checking out the channel, or maybe even coming back who just wanted, maybe they're looking, they said, oh man, I remember that watch video he put up. Now I think I want to get that for my collection, let me check it out again. So just wanted to clear the air on that. I'm going to have to do that on every video now, but it only takes a couple minutes, so no big deal. So let's get on to the show and tell, okay? Again, this is the Invicta. I'm going to read off a little bit about it first, and then we're going to go ahead and throw it on the wrist. This one is the Invicta Reserve 63mm Grand Octane Swiss-made quartz chronograph stainless steel bracelet watch. Now, for those of you who have checked out my other videos, you'll see me refer to this watch as the Grand Arsenal, and now I'm referring to it as the Grand Octane. There has been a name change. Nowhere on this watch does it say Grand Octane. This watch only says Invicta Reserve, and a little bit of the stuff they brag about, the flame fusion crystal, Swiss-made, solid stainless steel, and of course the Invicta name on the side, the front. I'm not sure if Invicta got in some kind of altercation with the name, calling it the Grand Octane or Grand Arsenal is what they originally called it. But you won't find it on their website. The only way you find it as Grand Arsenal is if you're looking to make the purchase. But now it seems like it's being referred to as the Grand Octane. So you can look for it either way. I'm not sure if they will ever put an actual name to this watch or just leave it at reserve. They do have a new one coming out that's just getting ready to be released. That's going to be called, it's the Coalition Forces Grand Octane, they're calling it. So I don't know why they just don't put something on it that helps to classify the watch and gives it a name. Like the Sea Hunter, it's a Sea Hunter. This one here, if you try to go to their website and find it, at least the last time I checked, you can't find it under Grand Octane. You have to just look for your reserve. So I'm not sure, but either way, that's what the watch is. That's how you're going to find it. If you go to PHATKATWatches.com, that's where it's going to link you up to reputable sellers, where you can go ahead and click through to some of those sellers and go ahead and make the purchase, where you're not going to have any kind of problems. If you haven't, checked out my other videos on a couple, I do a review of a couple of sellers that are big time sellers of Invicta on eBay. You'll want to check those out just to make sure. Not to say that you're gonna have bad luck buying from those bad sellers, but I've had bad experiences with them, so I just like to put that out there just to warn you, of course, because it's fun to make a new purchase, and you want to have it be a smooth process. Not that it should be anything less than a smooth process, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But so anyway, so that's a little bit about the name. This one here is powered by the Z60 quartz movement. That's a Z60 by Ronda. This is a Swiss-made watch. Is the movement country of origin. And again, Swiss-made does not necessarily mean the watch came from Switzerland. Just so you know, some people get on here and they say, oh, they're made in China. You know what? Invicta's probably made all over the world. They're great watches. I've had great luck with them. Great quality. You get a lot of watch for your money. They look way more expensive than what you're paying for them. And you know what? They hold up. I've had all my watches well over a year, and I've had zero problems, with the exception of getting something under false pretenses by a kind of a, shady seller, okay? Even though they're a great seller, they sell tons of watches. That's been my experience on several occasions. And that's the only real problem I've had. Again, this one is the model number 15831. If you want to pick this up in my other one, check out my other video. My absolute favorite Invicta is the 15828. That's the gold on gold, rose and silver. I'll put a new video on that one too. I like to watch so much. This is my favorite Invicta watch. I have 4 of these. I'll probably get a 5th here. And they're just amazing. This one here has got there's the movement back there. They put a exhibition window in the back, or the exhibition back with the window. Not much to really look at. I wish they would have done something a little different back there. Maybe in the future they'll put some kind of decorative, grill over there, something like that behind the window, kind of like the Sea Hunter does. They have the big propeller. The Noma 5 has this kind of like lattice work because there's not really much to look at. It's yellow. It doesn't really blend with anything, but it is on the back. You don't see it, but I figure if you're gonna put a window in there, why not look at something nice, But no big deal. This one here measures. Here's the measurement, okay? 63 millimeters all the way to the crown, okay? And they measure this particular watch. Generally, you don't measure watches all the way to the crown. You measure them on the bezel. So it's 58 at the bezel, but you're looking at 63 to the crown. And the reason why is because you have these large protrusions here on the case. They're like a crown protector. And the pushers and crown are so large in this watch that it does wear like a 63. So that's where that size comes from. So if you get the watch, don't expect it to be 63 on the actual bezel, okay? But still a massive, massive watch. Naturally, when I read you that other model number, that one's done the gold and gold, rose and yellow. This one is the silver and rose tone, and they make this one here in the gold tone and gunmetal. I'm not a huge fan of the gunmetals. I like the little flashier stuff, but I'll probably pick one up eventually. Why not, right? What else about this watch? Again, but this one is the 15831, okay? This one here is done in, if you look, this has got a kind of a slight baby blue mother of pearl face. It's a really beautiful watch. You have your matte finish bezel. You have slight, like a polished inner ring here of rose tone on the face. The case is actually a rose tone in a satin finish. The band has got rose in a satin finish, and then polished silver stainless down the middle. You got your classic Invicta clasp and engraving on the bottom of the clasp there. Show you the face again. If you're an Invicta fan, I say this in every video. If you're an Invicta fan and you don't have this watch, pick this watch up. Now, there are some people who, really, let's say you love Invicta. Let's say you're like, man, I cannot wear a watch that big. And you like the smaller Invictas, maybe the 50 millimeter. Well, good news, they make this in a mid-size, just like the Sea Hunter. And you pick it up for quite a bit cheaper in most cases. So you want to check that out. But, just go big or go home, folks. That's a tankable watch. There's not a day that I wear Invicta watches. No matter which one I wear, there's not a day that goes by I don't get compliments. I will say, though, I get more compliments on the two-tone, like gold and silver, definitely way more on those, just because I think they're a little bit more noticeable. But nonetheless, I mean, this watch I get insane compliments on. A little bit about the size, a little more about the size, I should say. 19 millimeters in thickness. It's not as thick as, say, your Hydromax or your Sea Hunter, or even like the Noma or the Venom. So it's not a super thick watch. It's a pretty comfortable watch, to be honest with you. If you're looking for something just massive, pick up the Sea Hunter full size. That thing is a tank. But this is definitely, like I said, my favorite watch. And then, of course, so 19 millimeters in thickness, 31 millimeters in bracelet width, so it's a pretty wide bracelet, and 9 inches in bracelet length. So if you have really large wrists, you know, you're a really big guy, this is going to be able to go on your wrist. Weight is about 15 ounces, so you're almost at a pound. Just a tank of a watch. So let me go ahead and stop talking, like that's going to happen, and throw it on my wrist here. I'm about 5'8" tall. I have a 7-inch wrist, so you get an idea what this watch is going to look like on you. All watches look big on a 7-inch wrist, you know, especially if you're, you know, I weigh about 175 pounds. I fluctuate between 175 and 160, depending on, you know, my workout routine, whether I'm running or not. So, you know, sometimes these watches get a little loose. I have been known to use the micro adjustments on the side if they start to get a little loose, because a watch this large, you can't really have it loose because, and you don't want it too tight, of course, but if you have it loose, it'll start to dig in to your wrist right there. And I got a little tiny kind of callus mark, but you know, I don't care. I love the product so much. They don't really bother me. They're very comfortable watches. Invicta doesn't really make any watches that are gonna, like, you know, cause you pain on your wrist. However, if you are wearing a full-size Sea Hunter, check out my other video, the Sea Hunter 3. That thing is huge, and the crown is it's got a crown protector on it that's so large, it's pushing the 70 millimeter range. And that one, it's so heavy. If you wear it for 8 hours, it does start to irritate a little bit. So that one I don't wear on a, you know, who am I kidding? I wear that thing to work. I wear it 10 hours, 12 hours. I just don't care. It's such a cool watch. But it can cause a little bit of irritation. This one does not. We go ahead and stand up here so you can see what it looks like on a guy my size, my height, and my weight, my build. We get a little closer here. And I just happen to have back here, again, this is not a side-by-side or a comparison video, it's just about this watch, but here's just a standard 47 millimeter Grand Diver. You can just see the size difference there. I mean, it just dwarfs it. And this is not a small watch. 47 millimeter is not a small watch, folks. And you'll see I have some Invicta cases back here. Some of these watches come with the case. I have a 6-slot, or 3-slot, and an 8-slot. I don't really use them because I keep all mine on lock, on heavy lock in safes. So it's virtually impossible to get these out of the house. But these are nice if I was going to maybe go on vacation, transport them. The cases are really great because I use this one here. I took out the foam, and you can put the foam back in, and I use it for when I go boating. I put like my iPad and stuff in there because these are waterproof. So you put your electronics in. So they actually are, you know, dual purpose. I use mine quite a bit for that. And I'm going to get back a little more here. You can see it from a distance. Like I said, this watch, you'll get noticed. And it's kind of cool too because not always, you know, are you looking to get like when you wear a big giant watch, I mean, some people are going to say, oh, well, that's just looking for attention. Well, everybody likes attention, you know what I mean? And what's cool is that a lot of people, when they make a compliment on that, you kind of find the common ground. And so, I mean, men always like watches. I mean, most dudes like watches. So when they see a big watch on their wrist and, you know, they get to, you know, you start a conversation about it. I mean, it's kind of cool to learn what other people have. And I mean, watch collecting is just a real passion. And, you know, I've been doing it a really long time, and I'm going to continue to do it. And, I mean, they're just really great. There's always a conversation started over Invicta watches. I've worn a lot of watches over the years, and I've never gotten compliments and questions like I have wearing the Invictus. And let me just go grab one more thing here. I'll be right back. So what I like to do is, naturally a lot of my videos I don't always wear a lot of jewelry, but I do wear a lot of jewelry on a regular basis. Chains, necklaces, whatever, rings. And what I found is that it's really hard to find men's rose tone jewelry, right? And so what I found here, which, I mean, if you pick this watch up and you like, other jewelry, you got to pick this up. This came with a 2-piece set off eBay. It's just stainless steel. It's not high quality. But, I mean, I've had it a while, and, I mean, I shouldn't say not high quality, because what you're paying for it, I think I paid like $30 for the combo. It came with the necklace and the bracelet. And this is a triple tone. You have silver, gold, yellow gold, and rose tone. And when you match this up, I mean, they look just really nice together. You could probably find them just in rose and silver, but I wear this one with my two-tone yellow and gold. The other Invictas I have, like this one here, is done in the yellow tone and rose tone, so they kind of match up pretty nice. If you're kind of handy, I've been meaning to get another one. You can actually separate these links, and you could build one just of a two-tone if you wanted to. But I just wanted to throw that out there because, I mean, the combo for $30, stainless steel, and it is plated, so naturally, I mean, you may not get 20 years out of this, but again, it depends on how much you wear it. True stainless steel is going to last forever for the most part, but anytime you get plating, there's quite a spectrum on quality of plating right there, so it just kind of depends on, where you get it. But, I mean, for the price, I mean, who really cares, right? You wear it for a couple of years and you buy another one. No big deal. Alright folks, well there is the Invicta 15831 silver and rose tone Grand Octane watch. Again, or Grand Arsenal, depending on when and where you purchase it. They are the same watch. So if you like my videos, hey, don't forget to subscribe. A lot more videos coming. When you subscribe, you get a notification through email or your app when I upload a new video, so you can check those out. Remember to check out the website. It does help support the channel. If you make a purchase, go ahead and go to PHATKATWatches.com. Make a purchase through that site. It'll take you through links, what I consider decent prices and reputable sellers. It does help to support the channel. I do appreciate it. If you don't want to do that, that's okay too. I'm just happy to have you watching my videos. And if you have any comments or you pick up the watch, don't forget to share your stories on the comments. I love hearing about it. And just remember, any comments that I ever leave will be through this channel and this channel only. I will not be duplicating or having another channel where I leave comments on. It's always going to come from this channel. This is my sole YouTube channel. And, just keep watching. All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.